some bullet points as to what
Go ahead.
you were gonna, it's okay. You were going to cover, I think, just some ideas of how to increase lunch business. And I think that's one of the things I'm looking to do here. So
Awesome.
I look forward to hearing that.
Awesome. I want to actually uncover lunch business in more. So my like overall goal is to actually put together some free content and free training videos to take people along the way on the journey. And as people want our services above and beyond to do customized stuff, we're here. Okay. But we're also here as people and franchisees. And we don't think that we have all the best ideas in the whole world. We know that you're doing stuff we're not. And I'm not just going to be too proud to act like that. So I hope that this forum is appreciated for what it is. I did put quite a bit of effort into this, and I will continue to do so if there's value and if there's feedback and if this is good. So we're definitely going to cover that. I think what I'll do is I'll start playing the video, and I'm going to go through things that we've done or work for us, but I also highlight other people's content and places to go and get training for free. Everything's free and a look. And then I walk through an exercise on how to do a targeted boosted ad. So what I'm going to do is if I play that training, if that's okay, Anita, take myself off the hot seat. Maybe I can, and again, pray that this all holds together with the technology and not having internet Wi-Fi right now. That's ridiculous. I can't even believe it. And we'll just kind of go from there, but we are going to cover some of that in the video. And then above and beyond, since that's definitely something we all want to work on, I think we could focus on coming back to that next month. The other thing is I did list the masterminds for the rest of the year because I know this needs to build some momentum. So sometimes if people know ahead of time, so I was thinking like the 2 to 3, 2 o'clock Central, 3 o'clock Eastern, like lunch is over. Tuesdays aren't as busy. I'm hoping maybe we could throw them on the calendar in the future. Maybe we could get a couple more people on the call, or even maybe we could get some guests to interview people to get on here with us so we could ask marketing, ask them questions.
Yeah.
Get them on here. Does that make sense?
Yes, no, I think that'll be really beneficial to all of us.
Cool. So if that's cool, I'm gonna share my screen and record this live, and then afterward, if you're still here, I know how life is, please ask any other questions, and maybe we'll get someone else to jump on. Okay,
sounds good.
Awesome. Thank you. Give me a minute to load this up. All right, you see my desktop? All right.
It's loading. Yep, there it is.
Okay, awesome. I'm gonna in a second move myself out of the way.
I'm going to ping my manager and have him join too.
Jess Olivito here with Dream Team Consulting.
Can you see that?
I just want to thank you all for taking time to participate in the mastermind, whether that's live or on a replay. This is just something that I felt led to do and try to give back once a month with some content, as well as open it to questions that you may have. I thought I would do some pre-recording as well. I'm going to be looking at notes. I hope that's okay. And we're going to get down and dirty and do the work. So I'm going to share screens. I'm going to talk, and then I'm going to share my screen, and I'm actually going to walk you through step by step what I'm doing. And it's going to involve different aspects of graphic design using Facebook, looking at our rewards program through Repeat Returns, which is a national program. And so we're going to utilize all of those tools together in sync to get a task accomplished. The agenda itself is going to be, we're going to talk about lunch sales, not in this particular order, increasing that. I just have some resources I want to share and some things that we did. Then new customers, attracting new customers, specifically through a Facebook ad. That's going to bring people through your reward system. So new people that aren't already seeing your ads, signing up for rewards before they've even met you. Yeah, retention. And so that's like more bang for your buck. You know what I mean? Showing you how to do that specifically. Find the customer list, put it into Facebook, boost the ad, show you the steps. Okay. So there will be a couple things you're like, oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, I know you can hit the boost button, but there's a couple more things that I just love to share for free. Okay. And then it was really exciting that we got the email from corporate, and Amanda sent that out, how there's going to be a social media program. They are going to do some posting on our behalf, which is awesome because, as some of you know, our digital marketing company can offer that daily posting or so many posts a week. Repeat returns offers that, and now corporate says they'll do it for free. They're probably going to do more just branded overall posts, but we all need that. So I recommend that we sign up for that, and I'd love your feedback on how you're going to be utilizing that program and working with them. What we do is a little bit more detailed and customized, because that's not going to fit everything, but whatever, it's an awesome thing that I want to utilize too, because time is money. And if there are certain things we can automate, we should, but then there's other time that we need to be spending time and money on marketing within a budget to get it done so that we can see year after year, growth after growth. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is, I'm going to dive into the lunch sales thing. So lunch sales. Let me share my screen. Hopefully you're seeing awesome. Up here, there's a YouTuber I would highly recommend you follow, and it's Cameron Carrington. If you don't know who he is, I want to shed light on something. Through Repeat Returns, he's the CEO of Repeat Returns, which is the rewards program that we're using. He really knows his stuff when it comes to pizza marketing, and he has some different playlists that I highly, am I in the right one? No, I'm sorry. So this one here, there's a lot of good videos, and some of the things I agree with, some of the things are contrary to kind of the Rosati's brand. So not every piece of advice the man gives is perfect for where we're at in terms of our marketing strategy as a company. And as you guys know, we have some branding issues with different sides of the family and different operators, to logos. We have rosatis.com and myrosatis.com, and us being on the myrosatis.com side, that can get tricky when people are calling in. So we really need to embrace the fact that there is some branding differences, and just kind of address it up front with customers specifically. I know that's just a tidbit I'm throwing in, but nothing can make me more angry when I hear the phone and one of my staff's like, I don't know what you're talking about. We don't have that on our menu. Like arguing with a customer who's at rosatis.com. It's frustrating, right? So instead I'll be like, oh, are you at rosatis.com? Oh, we're myrosatis.com. I know that seems a little confusing. Different sides of the family, but same delicious food. And we move right on. So that's something I'm going to be doing in some of my coaching videos, that I'm going to be doing some training videos, for my employees. I'm tired of training over and over for turnover to be so high. I'd like people to get a message that's consistent in what Gino and I believe in terms of values, and making sure they're hearing all the points. So we're going to be implementing some training in our restaurant in the upcoming months, where people watch a video, and different positions watch different videos that are short before the shift and before that on the job training. But back to this, he does some great stuff on lunch offers. He has whole playlists and ideas to drive more restaurant lunch business. I highly recommend doing this, taking the time. If you're a DIYer, do it. I'm going to break down some of it, not today, but one of the other franchisees, Ari Khan, he in the group, I love how active he is and that he posts. He actually, I think, sells dough rollers on the side, and I'm going to look you up, buddy. My husband and I need to get a backup one. We need to start investing in more equipment and those things as we go for our second location now. But for lunch, we definitely during COVID had very little dine-in, and we were dependent on the catering and the delivery and the takeout. And not all the pizza places in town, depending where you at, did lunch. So we pushed the delivery for lunch and the sandwiches, but it does require going the extra mile for these corporate accounts, okay? Door-to-door grassroots marketing, taking menus to business is just pretty much works. You can email people through the chamber. Highly recommend that. Have you had, and you can email a catering menu, just making that introduction. And you got to treat these pharmaceutical reps like gold. Okay. They usually will even go on to catering.com sites and car dealerships, banks. we offer free delivery for lunch, and within the city limits. I know some of you are very rural too. You have to have some boundaries, but it's also imperative that you have mature phone clerks. And I'm looking at some notes here that during the day that thank people for their business. It's such an easy thing to say. Thank you for choosing Rosati's. Thank you for your business. And if people want names written on the outside of their sandwiches at the bank, do it. If they want an email receipt sent to them through Arrow, which can be done, do it. Ask if they want that. Train your staff, pay a little bit more. And I know that's hard right now during the day to have people that talk that way to corporate individuals. They will come back over and over if they don't want to deal with the hassle that someone that doesn't know what they're doing. All right. Also admins, they want itemized receipts, when I had to answer the phone during COVID, I can tell you I can't tell you the value of having good conversations with your customers during the day. People want to work with professionals that they know can handle the orders versus someone that's on the phone and is like, oh, I don't even know I don't know what menu you're looking at if they're on the wrong website, right? So it's caring about those small needs. It's also knowing who your competition is and isn't. We don't have a Panera. We don't have some of these deli places that do a lot of delivery. You have to go there. So we did add some like Italian sandwiches, subs and stuff, but overall we're sticking to pizza. We're sticking to the catering menu, but we're also making sure that catering menu is married into our regular menu. We can also send out $10 off, go in person to businesses that order a lot, asking them for more lunch. We have a lot of truckers in our area. We're near a highway and there's a couple trucking facilities that I'm working with to see if we can get like a banner put on the chain link out by the factory. Maybe we can food trade for some pizzas. You got to get creative because people want to back people that back truckers or back movements. So, churches or schools are getting into those type of programs. I know things can be tricky with COVID. We've had to do more mini calzones. We've had to do more packaged items, salads, where to charge a little more for the content and the packaging. But overall, we're able to do these more individual type of things where we're delivering to and we'll see what we can do with the schools. That's an idea that my husband has my husband has a lot of experience with schools in doing lunch programs, previous life for, corporate pizza, big chains. In terms of Rosati's, we haven't had the opportunity because of COVID, but are looking as things go back to see what can be done there. And I encourage you to do the same. So the last thing is hotels and making sure the employees, which are your drivers that work with those hotels, what are the incentives for having them drop off the cards to the front desk? How can you put skin in the game for everyone involved so they're handing out the cards, so that they're getting redeemed? So it's just very important that we're doing these little things to increase the status of lunch business, okay? So that's what I would tell you about lunch, and don't rule out these resources. I mean, free, right? Get these nuggets by people that we're already working with and utilizing for our rewards program. All right, enough on that. The next area, it would be new customers. Awesome. Okay, so we're in Facebook. And I'm going to the Rosati's page for our store. And as that pulls up, we have a call to action. We make sure we have everything we do right up here. We want to make sure they know about all the different pizzas we have, that we have beer, that we have dine-in, we have carry-out, catering, delivery, and how to get to us online. They can call us right away from here. And we have a pretty active social media page. What we're gonna do though, is we're gonna create an offer where we give people the free nuggets that they already get if they sign up for our rewards program. So this isn't something new. This is something national that we're doing now. But we're gonna create an ad from that for our location. And then we are going to go ahead and boost that so that the people come right back to our Rosati's, okay? So what, on this page, let's see, where we at here? All right, so we have like 2,800 people, liking our page almost. But on a daily basis, do you know, how many people are even seeing our posts. It's just a very small percentage of people that like our posts that are seeing our page, okay? Very small percentage of that 2,800. So because of that, we want to make sure that we are growing our audience and that we are showing this to new people. So unfortunately, unless we run ads that are specific, which many of us are probably not doing that, it's not going to show to new people. It's going to show to a very small percentage of the people already liking our page. Is that making sense? So what we want to use is the backside of the Facebook platform, and we want to create a custom audience. And creating a custom audience is what is necessary so that when we go to boost the ad, that we are able to choose who's seeing it, right? So what I'm going to do is go over here really quick. And I'm in Canva. If you've heard of Canva, or you can use Canva. And I'm just going to create an Instagram post really quick. And I'm going to upload, when you're looking for the dough nuggets, all I'm looking for is a dough nuggets picture. Isn't that funny? There it is. Okay. So I'm uploading an image. Just kind of want to show you guys live. Something super basic. Corporate does better, right? And we can do better, but I'm creating something from scratch because the point is to do something together. You know what I mean? This is DIY hour, right? While we're together and we're all at different levels. So this is boring to you, move on to the next thing. But now this is something that already exists. If people go to sign up, and I know this is a very basic post. This isn't even my best work. I'm doing stuff live. I'm not working with a designer on my team, Vicky. She's my girl. Little shout out to her. You guys have seen our work, I know. Actually, I'll just, if we could just put free dough nuggets. Let's just make this so clear. All right, let me send that to the left. Okay. Here we go. All right, so we're just gonna do this. I'm gonna slap a logo on this bad boy that I save in my logos, and we're just gonna be done, okay? We can't make this more clear. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna download this fun picture. Okay, download it. Okay, so the point of doing this is I'm gonna create an ad. Okay, so I'm gonna create a post. Get free dough nuggets. All right, I'm keeping this super basic, okay? And then the link for, this is the link. All right, so hold on, she gave it to me. It was almost positive. She gave it to me as, yeah, it's Rosati's rewards cards and then ours. Okay, so if I do Rosati's rewards, here's my store. Okay, so that is the link. That's weird how it changes it, but okay. So this is the link that I'm gonna need. Okay. I am going to post this, which again, what am I doing? Right now, the only people that are going to see this are the people on my own page. Trust me. Now we're going to do more. Okay, so this is really boring, but we're going to use it anyway. Okay, I think it's going to work good though. I think it's going to work. People want free dough nuggets. Okay, so they have to be new. So now I want to boost the post. And I want to get more website visitors. I want them to go to an external website and I want them to sign up. And I want them to sign up to this other website. Sweet. Okay, so Rosati, okay, so Then I want to choose people through targeting. And I'm going to create a custom audience. I want to show you next how to upload a brand new list. That's where we're going. I'll do that next. We'll come back because I want to show you I know what I'm doing. It's just a button thing with Facebook. So, all right. What we're going to do now is I'm at the repeat returns website. Now, this is the back end for how your program is going. So hopefully, you know your login. And so when I come in here, I can see for our location what we got going on. Do you guys ever go in here? All right, so this is just for this month, but for this month, doing almost 10,000 in rewards. How many new members this month? And then we are pretty active, and they put all of our promotions in here. We work with them. We do have like a call every 6 weeks, an accountability call. We make sure all of our social and everything lines up with the offers. So up here though, is they have the promotions, it reports, things like that. I'm going to go into members, into the database. And here it shows like even from yesterday who signed up, you can see all this cool stuff. Down here, you can see what customers like, you can get really down to the nitty gritty. And then even in here, look, top member has gone missing. You can actually, talking about grassroots, look at people that like, there was somebody in there that spent like over $1,000 last year and they haven't ordered since June. What's going on? So those are people we might want to reach out to, you know what I mean? And maybe just notice. So this is like, I know with everything else going on, but maybe having your marketing designee, so many, hours a week or 1 hour a month, like just observe, like put in your schedule that you have to check this out because you might observe some things. And sometimes we lose customer over a misunderstanding or they move out of the area or whatever, but sometimes they're worth going after, but they're not top of mind. So there's some cool stuff in here. Okay, let me stay on track. I'm sorry, but here down here, see how it says export entire database? I want to export the entire database and it's saving your okay, so click this link to open. And there, it just saved as a CSV file. So this is the file I'm going to open now. It's opening up in Numbers versus Excel. It'll open up in Excel too, but I just want to show you there's data and it works. And here you go. So we have their email. It's all we need, but we can go ahead and upload this now. This is where I was going. Back into a custom, create new custom audience. See, Jessica, sometimes you just have to look where the buttons go. So we're going to create a new, and this is going to be my repeat returns August 2021. And I want everybody, and I want Ottawa. Sure. And right now there's 26,000, which you guys might think that's already a good number. I'm going to go up because I'm more of a rural area. And I think we can get like up to 15 miles people possibly to visit us. I know that seems crazy, but okay. Then I can do the detailed targeting. Okay. And sorry, I use this for other clients too. So you'll see the other things that pop up. So basically what I want to do now is I want to go ahead and choose people that like pizza, okay? Like we want to make sure they're interested in the food and they'll be more likely to take us up on an offer. So if we go under here to interest to food and drink, we can choose food and we can choose pizza. And you could choose like other like fast food and stuff too to see what your competitors, but I'm just going to choose pizza, okay? Now, by going back now, that brings me down to 19,000 people. So that's good. That's a nice target. Now I could be comfortable with just that. Now I'm just doing 15 miles, 19, but that doesn't guarantee I'm not going to get customers that I already don't have. That's why I have to do the exclude. For that, we have to go to Ads Manager. It's the hard part about being live. All right, so I think within Ad Manager, what I need to do now is I need to create a new audience. It's making me, I want to do a custom audience and I'm going to use a customer list. I'm going to download. Whoops. sorry. And it tells me how it wants it to be. Let's see. I'm going to update the existing one. Okay, so I think, again, I'm doing this live and this can take a little bit, but what I just did you see what I just did? How I downloaded it from Repeat Returns by 3,000 people. And then I'm going to upload it through here. And this is kind of a pain and I have to go through these steps. Okay. And I'm not going to waste all the time on this call doing this. I will help you with this for free if you get stuck. I will, this particular piece. If you get everything together the way you need to, and I get stuck here, I will come back and help you. Right? That's my word on this particular issue, but I'm not going to sit here and go through this right now for intents and purposes. But the point is to go back then. And after I've chosen pizza, these are people that are interested in pizza that are 15 miles or closer to my store, and you can go smaller depending on where you're at. And then I'm going to exclude through Ads Manager anyone that's already has that email. Now, there are some people that use a different email for Facebook than I do than what I use for rewards program. So those people wouldn't be cut out, but you're going to get a lot of them that are. Okay. So in that regard, I think it's important to understand what you're doing. You are basically going to boost a post, okay, through the custom audience, and you're going to exclude those people, okay? And then what's going to happen is they are going to see your ad online, because you're going to boost this then to a new audience, not people that are already seeing your stuff. Husband calling, doesn't know I'm making a video. Then what's going to happen is they're going to end up over here. When they click on sign up, they're going to have the link for your store, because you're going to post your store in here, and they're going to fill this out. And then when they fill this out, guess what they get right away? I had Jerry I wanted to make sure that Jerry sent me the most current thing. They get this: welcome, they're brand new, here's their dough nuggets, and they can bring in their phone or bring in the certificate, and then they'll get 10 more bonus points if they do this enrollment form, and they can get them set up for text too right away. So this is awesome. So what did we just accomplish? We legit created an image, basic, right? But you could get more technical, right? We'll work with corporate or with rewards, we'll get some better images together. We get that up, we create an ad, we are up, we looked at our Rosati's rewards to see where we're at, what we're doing. We downloaded that list, then we re-upload that to Facebook as a custom audience, and then we can exclude those people from our ads. So we're getting new people to sign up. Then those new people, they receive our stuff, they're already on our rewards mailing list, and not just maybe seeing your stuff. So you are growing potential new customers. And I hope that makes sense. If you get stuck, I know it's a lot of pieces, and I walk you through each piece. And I recommend about $25 a day. So that's what I recommend, and see what comes in. You want to be doing that in addition to your EDDM program. And that's how you're pushing your programs together to get the most bang for your buck. All right. The last item is the social media that we just got this good email from corporate today. I loved it. All right, this is awesome. So need social media help? They have Hootsuite. And so with that, I think they're going to be creating this monthly calendar that you guys can approve for your store ahead of time. And I think they're going to post. Highly recommend everybody does that. Now you might think, why is she recommending that? Doesn't she do that herself? Well, our company does enhancements. This is a good start. I want to use this. What I would like to do beyond this is my in-store specials, right? Syncing those up. I want, if you're a pub, drink specials. You want to be pushing people to other, just about your staff, about your events. None of that is going to all be similar. You're still going to need to do some work. The more active you are in tagging people and associating and being part of the community, the more you're going to have natural, organic, growth. But this is a start. Don't miss this. And if you can train yourself to get into the habit of at least approving the calendar, knowing what's going to be on that step one, maybe step two is working with us for a more targeted approach with some of the boosting or the other things that you're going to need. So I love that corporate is getting more involved and giving us more support for that ad fund. And I just applaud their efforts. So this is a really good start, especially if you're doing nothing. And then the new EDDM, there's some new ones. And I got this from TJ, who's one of the coaches who's been with Rosati's a really long time. And that we love, Gina and I love going to him to learn about everything in Rosati's. You know, Gino's got 30 years of big brand pizza experience, but in terms of the Rosati's way, we're 2 years old, right? So someone besides Andrew and Anthony that we can go to that is, in depth of running stores. We just really appreciated his guidance. So this was a piece that looks like his store did. We jumped on the bandwagon. We're excited for this one to go out. We've been doing EDDM, highly recommend doing EDDM. You got to do all of it. And I'm going to tell you, if you guys aren't spending 5% of your money, of your revenue on marketing, you're like, what? No, I mean total, not just like on digital, like everything, at least. You're not going to see the growth that you want to see. You have to invest in that. And marketing is a job. Sales and marketing is a job. So if you can't afford to do that yourself, you got to figure out a partner because it's expensive. I can't afford that. Well, okay. Honestly, I don't think you can afford not to do it. Especially in working with people that are paying attention to the pizza market, not just opening new stores, like for instance, doing education, looking at the stuff that Cameron is doing, staying up on what competitors are doing and figuring out where do we compete, where do we stand out, and how do we differentiate in our market. So these are great. We also got rid of coupons off of our regular carryout menus. Those were becoming ridiculous. And now it's only on those rewards, only on those box toppers, only on those social media offers. That's where we want loyalty. We're not just trying to be cheap and get everybody on a coupon. And so when we do the EDDM, they're even targeted. So, we want to be more specific with our discounts. Value is important too, perceived value. What can you give people for free that has a high perceived value that's a low food cost? So versus so much money off. Those are just really important concepts that we start to work together on. So I would love to take your questions at this part. Hopefully we'll have some. And if not, I'd love if you could give me a thumbs up on the video and subscribe because I'm really looking to build the channel and give value to the Rosati's family as they give it to us. And work together because I think as repeat returns, as well as corporate marketing and everything that they're doing to make us successful, any way that Dream Team Consulting can come in, along with other vendors that really do a good job in working as that team to be cohesive. Arrow, getting these groups together, the website folks, and making things cohesive and line up. And I love the design of the new website. If you haven't seen it, I'm trying to work with corporate to make that rewards piece tighter. So just some user experience stuff I noticed might need a little tweaking, but overall, we're definitely moving in the right direction. And I'd love to chat with any of you. As you know, we offer the 1 hour free clarity session. Fill out a quick survey. I'm doing one next week with someone that has a carryout and is opening a pub in my area. Look forward to showing our store, but we can also do virtual stuff and we get Gino involved for those calls too as needed. And a lot of times when we do the marketing part and we're talking about the marketing, the operations part comes up and I like to be able to bounce things off him and his expertise as well and bring it back to you. So that's another value add. Awesome. What questions do we have? Here we go.
All right. Are you still there with me?
I am. That was really, really helpful, Jess. Thank you so much for putting that video together.
Thank you. I just, one other thing, I don't know if that targeted list made complete sense and I'm happy to loop individually, but you can get stuck in those lists. So the reason what happened where I stopped there to explain why I didn't completely go through that is I had to download just a little template from Facebook about how I have to make that CSV file line up. So I wasn't going to go through all that data and oh my gosh, lose everybody. But The other reason you would download that list is not just to exclude people. For what we were doing in that ad to attract new customers, we wanted to exclude the people who we already have from the search. However, you could also take that same list. For us, it's like almost 4,000, almost 3,800 or something.
Right, right.
And I could target even those people. So rather than targeting like the 2,700 people that like my Facebook page, which may or may not be rewards customers, I could target that list. And that's 3,000, almost 4,000 that are seeing it for $5 or $10. And that's, getting it in front of them in social too. So there are reasons you would use it as an include list too, which I didn't state because that would be for an ad purpose. So I just didn't know, were you aware of how to get to those lists? Did you know any of that?
I think that's one of the realizations I've had is that I don't use that back end of repeat returns, our portal. I don't use that enough, and I need to go in there and pay a little bit more attention to the information that is available and use it to our benefit. I didn't realize that Facebook had this exclusion or even inclusion list. So that's something I will definitely be paying a little bit more attention to.
Yeah, so that's also through that boost. So when you go to Boost, it's not in the regular Boost feature. You have to go to Ads Manager. I was trying to show you guys just through the Boost because that's something you're familiar with. But you'll start in Ad Manager. Yeah. So what else were you going to say? Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, and that's what I started to use. I actually did like Facebook is really cool. They'll do like a 30-minute free call with you to go over Ads Manager, and that helped me a lot. But this is definitely new information. I had a question in regards to so when they sign up, is there a benefit to having, like if I sign up for the rewards program, is there a benefit to having the customer receive the free offer for the dough nuggets right away or delayed? Any thoughts on that?
We do that right away. We would do that right away because that's top of mind. That's why they do it. We want them to get the offer. Within 3 days, we have it set. We do the text program. That's an add-on feature. That's not free for everybody, but and we're having a lot of success with that because then we can continually, people are wanting that because we'll give them 5 bonus points or we'll extra bonus. We're finding that it's a tiered thing and people are getting more involved and they're getting more and more points. People are coming in with their phones all the time with those. So those we find that ad works really well.
Okay. And I recently signed up for that. I just haven't pushed it that yet. Okay. And then the other one was, I like that EDDM. I know I saw that sample that they had included. That was really, really cool. Is there, I know you mentioned 5%. So 5% of my money should go towards marketing. And that's so important. And I think that's another area where I'm lacking. I need to focus on that. EDDMs, is it like, do you have it like where it's like, how do you select the area that it's going to, or do you let Integra kind of manage that?
So Integra is amazing at that. And that's why I love these calls. And I don't get paid or make any money off Integra. Integra is amazing. And I asked a lot of these same questions when I got started, because I'm familiar with all kinds of mail programs, but exclusively Rosati's really wants us to be using Integra. And now I know why. So I will admit, because I'm honest with corporate. I'm always honest with you guys. I thought some of the designs were lacking, and that wasn't to pick on corporate and it wasn't to pick on Integra. I feel like the ideas in that area are a little lame. And the options really just compared to our competitors, like a Domino's or a Pizza Hut, which I don't even consider our competitors, but they are doing those. Okay, they are. So I look at what they're doing. I'm really paying attention. Pricing, I'm not going to try to compete with that, right? We're going for the quality, right? But if they don't look at the EDDM piece, and I'm saying, and I've said this to Integra too, okay? And their graphic designer, I made a real good friend over there. She's amazing. But I said, if I don't look at that and I want to pick up the phone or get online and order because the picture is so amazing, don't buy it. So I'm telling you, if it's a print piece, that picture better be mouth watering crazy. So I think that Rosati's as a whole, we need to do some work there. Okay. Now we take some of our own pictures, and locally with my husband's expertise, we're able to do the stuffed pizza. I know that, and it's not trademarked, the stuffed pizza, by the way. But regardless if you do that pizza or not, there's 4 other types of pizza that we offer, right? From the gluten-free, for the double doughs, from Chicago. And it's important. If you're a pub, some of your pieces should be that and some of them should be not. Okay, let me get into how it works. But I'm explaining, don't just go there and like look at some bland image that doesn't make you happy and like on this. Like, think about what other stuff you're getting in the mail and hold yourself to that standard. Otherwise, don't bother. So I've been kind of a crab about this, and we've created some of our own stuff that we've worked with corporate on, because I know branding standards are important, and Integra is really starting to step up their game. And then TJ came through with a piece he was working with corporate in Integra, that's the one you guys are seeing in the email. We're getting ready to explode that one out. But we've done the Know Your Pizza one, which is the one I showed in the beginning on my Facebook cover, a version of that. We did that as a postcard, blew it out of the water. Now I'll tell you what we did. And that one I think is going to be added to the library. That one was approved by corporate.
Okay.
But let me explain some things we do to save money on that. And then let me explain how we do it. So we printed 10,000. Now it depends on how big of an area you're trying to reach. Ottawa's about 18,000 people, about 10,000 households. That's combined households, businesses and homes. So if you get down to the numbers, it's about 10,000. So we had them printing 10,000 lots of the piece we get the cheapest price. And then they mail out each week about 1,000 pieces. You can do more than that or less, but I was finding that the pieces, if we were doing more than that, it was like we were getting too much response. And at first I laughed when Rick said, well, I'm thinking too much response. Okay. We had to dial the program back, which you know what, that's how you know you're dealing with real people, like real professionals, when they say something, then that happens to you and you're like, oh, okay. I really didn't think that I would have to dial back my advertising, but I do, because of staffing, right? So 1,000 pieces a week, and we let them pick the zones. Okay. And we just circle back, and then every 8 weeks we change pieces. I'm going to be honest, trying to get that next piece in line. Sometimes I have a 2-week lull, which I'm actually bummed about when I have a lull, because I notice it. So I'm trying to tell you that. So and then they are direct debiting it right from our account each week. So you're spending, I'm super transparent about what I
know you're always have been.
And I don't expect that of everyone. However, when we work as coaches with people, sometimes it's hard to work with people if they aren't going to talk to us about it. However, I'm spending about $300 a week on EDDM.
Okay. And that's what I was thinking of doing, especially for the dine-in. I want to really push those out for
we do radio, we do some tourism stuff, which I'm going to scale back. We do Facebook ads, we do Google ads. Obviously we pay my company to do a small portion of the organic posting, in the graphic design, which are services that we offer above and beyond. Sometimes people want to do some part themselves. Maybe there's a piece that we can supplement. But back to EDM, great thing. The other thing too is I think I'm going to explore the school lunches again a little more. And we're in Illinois, which is a really tough area. It depends where you're at, depending on the climate. But the other thing I didn't focus on in there that I wish I would have said is, it was just dawned on me, literally, like, be at your store, whether it's a carryout or a pub, it doesn't matter, it's lunch. And think about people that work within 3 miles of you.
Okay.
And think about in like for us, we have a Walmart across the street. And so I'm sorry, but I got to deal with the slices. As much as slices me, it's a big part of our business. We're serving people in a strip mall, the slices. So I can't get out of that based on our location. We're by hotels, whatever, but we're not by certain other things. So certain companies, they're going to come to us because they don't want to travel around town. So by being just thinking like the customer, who else is sitting in a drive-through? I mean, some of those are your competitors for lunch, and trying to reach those people. So those are some things I should have said also about lunch. 3 miles, 3 to 5 tops. People want to go close by. Okay.
Right. That's true.
So I don't know. And what's your biggest marketing challenge besides obviously an endless pile of money to pay someone else to do it?
Oh my God. You know what the thing
pay me to do it all. What else? What else is it?
No, I think where I'm lacking is just not, I couldn't find the time to sit and focus on marketing. So I really was doing very minimum, if or none at all. Now having a manager in place and things, and having a little bit more staffing, this is all I want to do, is from the back end, just support him to just do the marketing and let him, he's managing one, my husband's at the other, and just let them take off from there. But I can't, once I'm in the operation, I can't do them because I have a corporate job myself. So I can't do it all. So I'll do my corporate job, and then I'm going to start just focusing on the marketing and let them do the operations of things. So
awesome.
yeah.
Well, we also do one-on-one coaching, even by the hour. So maybe if sometimes people get their own plans together and then decide, hey, I just need to bounce back, those are some other ideas too, rather being locked into a longer agreement. So I just, I would love what I'm going to do. Thank you for being on this, Anita. It was not so lonely. I will try to continue to do these unless there is just like no interest and people are just too busy and don't care. If that after 6 months is the case, I'm going to go away. But otherwise, I'm believing that there will be great things from the connections that we make here, and it's going to make us all better, and more will get accomplished. So I'll come up with some topics. I'm also going to post this in the Facebook group, and I want people to post what their questions would be for next month. And I'll try to address some of that, and maybe we'll get some other guests that we know that will join us. So it's not just me talking.
Sounds good. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Have a great day.
Bye-bye. You too. Bye.